Hi, I'm Bonnie Browning with the American Quilters Society, and I'm here at AQS QuiltWeek in Chattanooga with Kimberly Einmo, and congratulations, Kimberly.
Thank you.
You won one of our big prizes, didn't you?
I'm so excited.
And so what award did you win?
Best Modern Quilt.
Best Modern Quilt. Well, so let's start out and let's just talk a little bit about your quilt.
Sure.
Because what made you choose kind of the rainbow colors you used in it?
Well, I like bright and cheerful colors, but I bet you couldn't guess that knowing me. But I wanted to do something that was a full spectrum of colors, and I wanted to play off the warm tones, off the cool tones, and so I used EQ design software and started playing with the blocks from a more traditional pattern, which is my Lone Starburst. And I started playing and rotating the blocks and till I got the design, but believe it or not, I designed it in grayscale. It started out black and white, and I just used shades of gray. Once I got the design in grayscale, that's when I started plugging in the colors, the fun part, and made it work that way.
You know, I design most of my quilts in electric quilt too.
Oh, good.
And you know what? You save a lot of fabric because you don't cut anything
right.
until you like the design.
Yes, that's exactly right. You don't waste any fabric because when you get it perfect the way you want it, that's when you can start cutting.
And don't you just love it when you can click that one button and it changes all of the same color to a different color?
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good features. If you haven't tried
electric quilt, you probably ought to try that sometime.
I can't even design without it, so.
All right, well, okay, and so the quilting on this certainly adds a whole different secondary group of designs to it.
It does.
And so tell me about the quilting.
Well, I knew it was going to be a modern quilt, and that's a stretch for me. It's out of my box. I'm typically not a modern quilter, but I do enjoy the aesthetic, and I wanted to design a quilt that was traditionally based in piecing, but had a modern vibe. And so I knew there had to be a lot of negative space, a lot of background areas, and I hired Judi Madsen of Green Fairy Quilts to add her artistry and beauty, and we talked about it, and I wanted something very linear and just something that was going to complement the spectrum or the crystal-like feeling of the pieced elements, and she captured that beautifully with a lot of ruler work. So I think she did a lovely job.
I wish I could just begin to do a little bit of that myself.
I know, she's on a whole different playing field.
You know what, I'm like you though. I don't mind quilting with my credit card. They know how to do it better than me.
That's right. And then I was on to my next project, so.
Well, is there anything else? Any challenges on putting it together?
Keeping the white clean.
Sure.
It's a large quilt, and even though my studio is pretty neat and tidy, we have cats, and so keeping the cats away and just making sure that I didn't get the white dirty. That was a challenge. Once I got the blocks designed, and literally this is put together with 10-inch straight set blocks. It's very easy to assemble. There's not a Y seam or a set-in seam in this quilt. It's all straight set blocks. So that wasn't so much of a challenge as just keeping the blocks rotated in the right orientation and making sure that everything laid flat and pretty.
And so now, is there a pattern for this quilt?
Exciting news. Yes, there will be soon. I'm so thrilled to say that AQS and I have teamed up again to make this a new single standalone pattern that's going to be coming out very soon.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people now that want to make this quilt.
And it's very doable, very easy, so I hope that they have a lot of fun doing it. And I think it would be pretty with other colors too. I think not just these colors. You could plug in a lot of different colors and get different design elements.
Okay, and so now let's just talk a little bit about what it's like to enter the AQS contest.
It's easy, actually,
okay.
and I haven't entered that many, but you just follow the instructions online, and I think what was really important was making sure you had good pictures, and now it's real easy because you can just do digital photos
and upload them.
And upload them, and it's real quick and easy.
Sure.
So I mean, literally I sat down one evening, it was late at night actually, about 11:30 at night, and I thought, you know what, that deadline's coming up, I better get this done, and it maybe took me 15 minutes.
Well, and I will just tell those of you out home who are watching this is the one thing you need to make sure that you do is measure your quilt.
Yes.
That's probably the reason more quilts get disqualified than anything else. And that is that the quilt itself doesn't measure what you put on the entry form.
That's right, and that is important.
So all of the rules for 2015 are now available at quiltweek.com. Just click on the contest button and scroll down. You'll find all of the rules for all of the AQS shows in 2015.
That's exciting.
Okay, and we hope we'll have another one from you for next year.
Yes, I've already got something in the works, so I'm not going to stop here.
Okay, congratulations again.
Thanks, Bonnie. I'm just honored. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.